Are you struggling with making reading a part of your daily routine? Trust me, I know there's a lot of things you have to do in your day, and reading can feel like just one more thing on the to-do list. I'm Sarah, a reading intervention teacher, and today I'm going to walk you through a few simple tips for adding reading to your everyday schedule without it feeling like an extra task. So, the first idea is that you want to read aloud anything that you're already reading. As adults, we read maps, we read recipes, we read the newspaper sometimes, we read the news on our phone. As long as it's appropriate for your child to be hearing, then you can be reading it out loud to model what reading sounds like, model a cadence and how to form the words, and also to show that reading is an everyday part of life that you're partaking in. Because if you're looking at your phone or a recipe book or even the newspaper, your child might not know that you're actually reading, but if you read out loud, then they know that they can read too with time. The second tip I have for you is to habit stack. So in the book Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about something called habit stacking. In fact, he specifically says one of the best ways to build a new habit is to identify a habit you already have and stack a new behavior on top of it. That way, whatever habit you're trying to incorporate fits right into something you're already doing. So for example, if you have a bedtime routine with your kids where you give them a bath and put them to bed, then just add reading right in the middle of that. Give them a bath, read them a book, and then put them to bed. This way, it fits right into your schedule, it becomes part of their daily routine, and it doesn't feel like an extra task for you because you are already doing the bedtime routine with your child. The last tip I have for you today is something that I do as a teacher, and that's to build excitement. So at the beginning of the day, I have my students pick out a book that they want to read at the end of the day. And so they have something to look forward to. And trust me, they don't forget. They know we're going to read that book. They get very excited. In fact, they sometimes ask me multiple times if we're still going to read that book at the end of the day. You can do the same thing in your home. So lay out a couple of books in the morning, or have your child walk over to their bookshelf and choose a book that they would like to read that night during their bedtime routine. All day, they'll be thinking about reading this book with you. Then, when they get to their bedtime routine, they'll be ready to read. And it might also make your bedtime routine go a little bit easier because they'll want to take their bath so that they can read their story. And then hopefully they'll be ready for bed after that. So I'd like to know what books you're going to be reading this week with your family. Please leave a comment down below sharing something you're excited to read this week. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. Please also like and subscribe if you like these types of videos. I love to share reading tips with families. I think reading is an amazing skill to have, and I want to help you make it part of your daily routine in a way that isn't stressful and is actually a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Bye!